Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from the road. I'm up here in Brantford, Ontario, hanging out with Brew from Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. Good buddy here.
I'm right here.
And of course, everybody recognizes A Beer Day with TK. And today we're hanging out, having some good time, having some beers, like I said, up here in Brantford, Ontario. And the beer we have for you today is Collective Lager. Mm-hmm. Make sure to throw a picture of that can up there somewhere.
My name too. Okay.
This can says it's 4.9% alcohol. On the back here it says Collective Lager. I'm sorry. 1 part craft beer, 1 part canvas. Collective Arts is a fusion of creativity featuring talents of emerging artists from around the world. Mm-hmm. Art by at RAUL33_ from Pescara, Italy. I'll make sure to throw that down below in the description. Mm-hmm. And I didn't look to see what this gets on Untapped or Beer Advocate, but I'll throw that down here on the video so y'all can see.
Collective Arts usually does pretty well.
Have to say, welcome, gentlemen. It's really a pleasure to be hanging out with you, Brew. What's your other channel you got? The cooking channel?
What's on the grill?
Make sure you go check out both those channels.
Why are Americans so much bigger than us?
I think it's because we're corn-fed. We're corn-fed.
I'm just, I eat corn.
I said it's because they're measuring centimeters. I mean, I don't know.
And of course, you know, because it's my channel, I had a knobhead pour this beer. Look at that. That's 16, 30 seconds of head.
I poured my shit pretty early.
And 3 millimeters of beer. But if you see the bottom of that beer, you can see that it's crystal clear.
Yeah,
really see right through it. That's about the color of my piss right now.
That has.
But I did pour about 3 meters of head on top of this glass. As we're in Canada, we gotta use the bullshit.
The metric system.
So this is. I mean, America here. I mean, the Beer Day with TK and I are from America, so we use like bald eagle for donuts. And
these cats are trying to use maple leaves for a hockey stick. That's some bullshit measurement.
We use eagle feathers per M16 and that kind of shit,
which is pretty logical.
So this is like 3 eagle feathers per M16 of head.
I got good head.
But
he's fucked up. 7 Native Americans now cried. That's bullshit.
And of course, make sure you check out both these guys' channels. I'll throw links down in the description down below. I'll be there with TK. Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks. And what's your other channel?
What's that's
your new channel, so I can't remember what it is.
If you're looking for dinner, check that shit out.
And he cooks some amazing things on the cheap. His stuff he does is like super budget, really cheap, and it's gourmet food. It's amazing.
If you have 37 girls, this is your dude.
Every time I watch his channel, I get hungry.
You do. You see that.
I know, because every time I watch your channel, I'm like, man, I want to have some of that.
Yeah. I'm sitting in my house microwaving a hot dog, and I'll see him doing something and be like, damn.
Of course you crave a hot dog.
I might make a hot dog.
Oh.
So let's get back to the beer here. So what does this beer smell like other than...
it's sweet, obviously.
I get a little Cornish to it.
I'm going to be weird. It actually smells like an Italian lager.
Okay.
I will say this. I'm not going to go that Enrico Corazio level, but I will say this: this is supposed to be a fancy brewery. It does fancy stuff, and they're taking a flyer on a regular style beer. Mm-hmm. And I think you do pick up the sweetness, which is quite nice. It's not offensive. It's not over the top, because I mean, I don't know about you guys. I understand like there's this balance between like money. You pay $1 billion for beer, it's great, or 99 cents and it sucks. But it's kind of that balance of like, what do you like? Like when you have that fake sweetness, I don't think it tastes like that nasty corn sweetness. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It's smooth. The ABV is there.
Not yet.
I already tried this shit.
Oh, but he's talked long as my head's died down.
Cheers. All right,
let's go. These cats is wild. They won't say it tastes like a fucking corn witch. I don't know.
A corn witch?
Yeah, that's like some corn biscuits on it.
Shut your pie hole and drink it.
All right, I'm going into it. Cheers.
Yes, corn witch is an Ohio thing that you are not all aware of.
I've never heard of a corn witch until TK.
Yes, I've invented it, so there you go, Ohio.
Cornwich from Ohio.
It's light body, but not as light as I would have expected.
It's light, but
not
it's on the low end to medium.
Right.
It's a decent body for a lighter.
But it's heavier than I would have expected. But it's still a light body. And it's got a nice flavor to it. I mean, there's a little bit of bitterness to it, but and a little bit of I almost want to say corniness to it, but not corn adjunct, just like graininess to it.
Yeah.
But it's nice and flavorful. It's a
That's
super light, flavorful beer.
You know, you can have those corn beers that's so sweet and gross that it's like
you do.
not palatable. But you can also have, look, let's be fair. I mean, the economy is shit everywhere. So if you could buy an affordable beer that tastes decent, not bad. Now, I will say this, Collective Arts is usually more of a fancier beer.
It is.
So for them to take a shot at kind of like the working man cheaper beer, and it turns out to be pretty decent.
I mean, you know you're drinking a lager, but beers like lagers are kind of hard to brew because there's so little subtle light flavors that if there's anything wrong with it, that's going to just come out immediately.
And that's why
there's nothing here that's off-putting. There's nothing here that's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a nice, well-balanced light lager. This is not offensive, not off-putting. For the regular beer drinker, you would like this.
You would, and that's my issue, is that craft lagers put too much into it. This one's really good. They didn't do that.
Right.
So when you get yourself, say, Laker Ice, right? All right, I'm putting that in there. All right, so when you get yourself a Laker Ice or Molson Canadian, they brew it so much that they have it, they computerize it, and that's it. This one's pretty damn good for a craft lager.
And I will say this. I mean, we've talked about this forever on my channel, your channel, whatever. I wish for more beers like this. And I will say this. I know there are a lot of people like IPAs. There's no problem with that. But like, you need some variety and style. And especially if you want to, like, you know, if you go to your average craft beer store, I don't know what's like in Canada. In the US, it used to be all beer. Now it's like Alka Pops, THC drinks, all this shit, and the beer's like this. And I think the reason is they're not making beers that are approachable to the average person. This is.
Very approachable to the average person.
This is pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good. So on my channel, I go horns up, let it play, skip. On his channel, he goes thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, and on his channel, he gives a number rating. So we're going to give all three of our channel ratings. So on my channel, I'd give this a big horns up. This is an excellent lager. I mean, again, it's really approachable, really nice for people. If you've got friends out there that aren't into craft beer, think craft beer is bullshit, give them this beer. This is a nice beer. What do you give it?
I mean, it's a thumbs up. Like I said, is this the finest beer in the world? No. What it is a very good example of what it's supposed to be. This is a craft lager, which means it's slightly better than the lager that you're used to drinking, which are probably okay in and of themselves. But this is slightly better, made from better ingredients, and tastes slightly better. And I will say this, it does. I've had a lot of beers from this brewery, and to be fair, they're solid. They've always been. And I think usually they're sours and more exciting.
Right.
But I heard from people this would be the summer of the lager, and I'm thrilled to see other people doing it. I think it's a solid beer. Thumbs up for me.
So for your channel, you give it a number rating. What do you give this?
Okay, so I would say this might bring people into craft. So if you want to get this, get it, because it will bring you into craft. Because if you're a lager person, this would be perfect for you. Everything good? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to say this, 8.7 out of 10.
8.7 out of 10.
This.
Damn, yeah.
I enjoy this. This is a nice, solid lager where if you want to bring people into craft, this might be the one to do it.
From a good brewery.
So, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure having you on my channel. Thank you so much for hosting us today.
Thank you so much. Give me a hug.
Love being here with you. It's been a pleasure having you. Thank you, TK, once again for being on my channel. Hope you all enjoyed this video. And he always says, try something different.
Try something different.
What do you always say? And I say, embrace the adventure. We drove up here from Ohio to Brantford, Ontario. It was definitely an adventure today. And as always, embrace the adventure. Cheers.
Everyone.